The mid-season finale of 911 suggests Eddie Diaz, Ryan Guzman, is moving to Texas. The bombshell drops towards the end of the episode when Buck, Oliver Stark, walks in on Eddie house shopping. With the show now on hiatus until March, the future looks uncertain for firefighter Diaz, but it's hard to say if the show would be willing to part ways with one of its biggest characters. Eddie's Season 8 journey has been tumultuous since the 911 Season 7 finale marked the exit of his son, Christopher, Gavin Mayhew. Eddie was lost, emotional, and suddenly mustached when the 8th season premiered in September. Throughout the first half of the season, background characters help him come to terms with himself and his situation, leading him to shave his mustache, recreate the risky business dance in 911, and now contemplate a drastic change, moving to Texas. Eddie's relocation decision in 911 Season 8, Episode 8 explained. Eddie makes a hard choice for the sake of his son. Eddie, Ryan Guzman, holding Christopher's, Gavin Mayhew, face in the 911 Season 7 finale. 911 Season 8, Episode 8, Wannabes, lays the groundwork for Eddie's potential departure early on. After FaceTiming his son to tell him his favorite actor is hanging out with the 118, Eddie learns that Chris plays chess. Correction, Chris is in a chess club. Correction, Chris is in a chess tournament on Saturday. The onslaught of unfamiliarity hits Eddie like a brick, and the rest of the episode is spent slowly sending the character signals that something needs to change. The audience only learns what that change is when Eddie tells Buck he's thinking about moving states. The reveal may be shocking, but it doesn't come out of the blue. Of all people, the annoying actor-turned-good guy Brad Torrance, Callum Blue, seems to place the straw that breaks the camel's back. He and Eddie have a heart-to-heart about fatherhood, with Eddie admitting he feels like the distance between him and Christopher is only growing. When Brad tells Eddie to not let the distance grow another inch, he inspires an epiphany in Eddie. To reconnect with Chris, he has to make the effort. The next time the audience sees Eddie, he's browsing for real estate in El Paso. What has been said about Guzman and Eddie's future in 911? At the end of the day, Eddie's a father first. Eddie, Ryan Guzman, is distraught on 911 Season 7 Episode 10. The immediate response to 911's fall finale cliffhanger has been a mix of fear and incredulity. Some believe it's a false alarm, while others are afraid their favorite Texan may be gone for good. In an interview with TV Line, Tim Minney says Eddie is dead serious about moving, at least right now. The final phrase leaves the door open for Eddie's character to be persuaded out of taking the leap, but that's only a possibility. Minney makes it clear, Eddie's trying to do what's in his kid's best interest. When speaking with Screen Rant, Tim Minney doubled down on this storyline's authenticity. He says of the cliffhanger, "We're not throwing chum into the water to attract controversy. That's really what this character is thinking of doing, and he means it." Still, everything Minney has said maintains an ambiguity for the future. It's not necessarily what Eddie will be doing, it's what he's thinking of doing. Eddie is serious about moving, for now. All the uncertainty points to a major conflict once the show returns, with the second half of Season 8 potentially focusing on Eddie at those crossroads. Can 911 Season 8 really write out Eddie? Eddie's choice will impact more than himself. Since his first appearance in the Season 2 premiere, Under Pressure, Ryan Guzman's Eddie and Oliver Stark's Buck have been connected. Every major moment either character has eventually involves the other, like Eddie adding Buck to his will after the former is shot or Buck spending the entire tsunami arc worrying about Christopher. For years, viewers have speculated that their bond may be more than platonic. If the show is opting to take a romantic route for Buck and Eddie, this move will be a pivotal moment for them. It's clear just from Buck's reaction to Eddie's potential 911 Season 8 departure that relocating to the Lone Star State will not be smooth sailing for the pair called Buddy. Though he immediately shoots Eddie a smile and offers to help him find a house in Texas, Buck's face crumples into a wounded look as soon as Eddie turns his back. It's hard to believe that Eddie could disappear from the narrative entirely without leaving severe wounds and unresolved plot lines in his wake.